Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's RC Corner. I'm glad to have you along and on the channel. One of the hottest topics, RCs. It's been for a little while here since I debuted this. The Suchayu, the SCY, the SG611, whatever it is. It goes under a bunch of different names. One of the bad things about this RC, even though it's great out of the box and everything, it's a road ripper, is the shocks are really terrible. We got some shock ideas here we're going to show you, and we're going to put them on and show you what we're going to do. All right, so let's get to it. So here we go, guys, and this is a shock option I got off of AliExpress, and I'll leave a link in the notes. And these things are dirt cheap and they're decent quality, and these fit. These are originally from the WL Toys 14401, the 116 buggy from or 114 scale buggy from WL Toys, and these are a great fit. From now, I'll leave a link in the notes, and you'll want the rear ones. From here to here, eye hole, they measure about 63 to 65 millimeters is what you're looking for. You can play with, I could say you could go up to 70 millimeters between eye hole to eye hole, and you could probably drop it down to 60 at the lowest. Now, these are oil filled, and I checked them myself. I've already installed 3 of them, but I popped this open, and there's the cap up here. It screws off. You're gonna have to get something to hold the shock while you do it, and there is oil in there. Now, it is maybe slightly underfilled, but it was perfect for what this is going to be, a budget car, budget shocks. Now, I think these things came to like $4 Canadian for a set, and shipping, it is like dirt cheap. And I'm not saying these are the best ones for this, but this is definitely one. If you're on a budget, I can recommend their oil shocks. As you can see here, I've already put the 2 on the back and 1 on the front, and they definitely fit the bill. And I'm just going to go over quick what you need to do. Of course, we got the shock here. I'm using some long nose pliers here, needle nose pliers, and you're going to need a Phillips. I have my Ryobi driver I've been using for years. I highly recommend getting a driver if you're going to wrench on your RCs. It just save your wrist and hands, especially me. I got carpal tunnel. Anyways, I'll show you quick the mounting on the back. There's the bottom part, and then here you're going to have to go through the wing holder mount, and nothing too difficult. You don't need to remove any parts. You can get the screws out clear here and just bend it back, and you can wiggle the shock out and then take it off the back. There is only one mounting hole for these in the back and in the front too. It's Phillips hardware, so that's all you're going to need. And with these shocks, you can dial them up and dial them down to how you want to do it. Now in the front, it's pretty much the same, and there's only one mounting hole. So I'm going to take this shock off, and then we're going to come back and do a little in-depth thing, because I want to show you what you want to need to do in order to mount this shock on.
A few moments later.
So here we go. We got the shock off, and it didn't take hardly any time at all. If you have wrenched on RCs before, I think this job can be done under 15 minutes quite easily. And if you're a newbie, it shouldn't take you much more than 20. You could even probably do it 15. It's not too bad, as long as you have the right tools. From here, we have this shock. As we can see, that this one is actually much shorter than this one, but it'll be pretty cool how it will go. I think it'll give it a better stance. This is pretty stiff. This one will sag a little bit to get it closer, but I think this thing is going to fit perfectly. I already put the first one on. Now inside here, there is a little pivot ball, and you want to get that pivot ball out. And what I do is I use one part of the needle nose pliers to push it through the circle. So I'm just going to plug in my pliers and push it through. Now you might dent it a little bit, but it has no bearing on that. And once you get those popped out, I'll show you how to pop them in the new shock.
A few moments later.
So there you go, guys. We've got the pivot balls out of the shock, and this is totally useless now. I would recommend throw these in the garbage. And we have pivot ball. It's right there next to my wedding ring band. There it is. And now we want to take them and just place them on the hole of the shock, like so. We got one end into the shock, and then I would take the pliers like this and just press it down and pinch it in. And you can hear it snap in, and you get that nice fit. And this gives the shock a bit of pivot and a bit of wiggle when it goes over the bumps. And the screw, the pivot ball will take the friction from the screw, and you're not actually ruining the cap here. If you wanted to do without the pivot ball, I would suggest possibly putting a washer on the end of the screw. I'm just going to do the last one here quick. And again, I have put the pivot ball inside the shock. The collar fits inside, and just boom. And so this pliers serves a dual purpose, pops it out easy, needs a little force, maybe 4 out of 10 on the force. And now this thing just needs to be mounted. I'll do this on video, and hopefully we can fast forward it and we'll see how it looks. So there it is, guys, and the shock's installed. I would recommend put it in the bottom first, put the screw through, and then do the top. Just do them nice and snug tight. They're just plastic, so it really won't back out unless you get in a big accident, and it'll likely just strip. If that ever happened, you could probably put a nut on the backside, on the top at least, and that will solve that issue. Overall, all good. We'll do the drop test, and I'll show you that how much it's removed the bouncy bounce. We'll see what it does. Now it just hits, goes down, and rebounds, and it doesn't go or reverberate or anything. It's just a solid. And what this is really going to let you do is when you go over a bump, it keeps that back end from kicking up. It will still do that, but it's going to eliminate a lot of that bouncy bounce and give you more control, more stability, and that's what we're after. These tires came from the 16 scale Hypergo buggy. There was just an extra throw-in with that. It came with a bunch of different set of tires, much better than the stock. These aren't the be-all, end-all for tires, for sure. You could probably do 16 scale buggy tires on this. There's probably some other options too. Knock yourself out. Again, this is just budget. This is fun RC racer for me and my kids, and I'm just happy as it is. Have I taken it out on 3S yet? No. Can you? Yes. Will I do it? Yes. Do I recommend it? It's up to you. You want to go stupid fast, you can do that, but your chances are you're going to lose control more so, and chance to break it. So it's up to you. Parts are out there, but likely going to have to come from overseas. Maybe you might find something on Amazon under a different brand name. I haven't researched that, but it is what it is. So thanks for looking into this cheap shock option. I'll leave a link in the notes where the buggy is. Originally got it from Temu. It's not there anymore. I have it from AliExpress. For me, it comes to me in about 10 days overseas to Canada, and it's a great option, great budget, especially if you like a little more speed than the entry levels. This will get you there on a great price. So thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the shocks. I'll leave a link in notes. Cheap shocks, about $4 Canadian a pair. Crazy. These are the rear shocks from the WL Toys 144001. Thanks for watching Mike's Thirsty Corner. Hope everyone's getting out. This time of year, it's hard for me to get out. It's cold, but hopefully we'll get more action footage coming up soon. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you soon on the next one. All right, peace out.